Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Roya Destroyaa, and this is Top 10 Nerd. Part-time detective, part-time serial killer, August Hart has a twisted sense of wrong and right that has come from tragedy. This has led him to being at odds with the Flash many times, despite being one of his close friends. So let's take a look at the top 10 Godspeed shocking facts. In the number 10 spot, he was the only witness to the Flash's origin. As Barry Allen's detective partner, August Hart was the only person to witness the lightning bolt that struck while Barry was working. That means witnessing the man who would become the Flash being coated in electrified chemicals after they were hit by a lightning bolt. You could say it was quite the shocking experience. Coming in at number 9 is his first real appearance. Although we are formally introduced to Godspeed in The Flash number 3, it was a month earlier that we actually saw him for the first time. He made a cameo appearance in a vision that Barry had, and in it, he exclaimed that he was going to kill them all. We may not have understood back then, but we sure as hell do now. Next at number 8 is how he powers himself. It's not just the Speed Force that powers Godspeed, he is able to literally feed off the Speed Force of other speedsters. In order to maximize his powers, he absorbs the Speed Force from those around him, effectively killing them in the process if they don't offer their Speed Force up to him willingly. This does cause him a fair amount of pain, but who cares when we go over the next fact. In the number 7 spot, he is faster than the Flash. Because of all the extra juice he was powering himself with, Godspeed is even faster than Barry Allen. He is so fast that he can be in 2 places at once, effectively cloning himself. The only way for Barry to put a stop to him was to ask the rest of the surviving speedsters if they would lend their Speed Force to him. Like I said before, this willingness would not leave them dead. Everybody wins. Coming in at number 6, we got his weakness. As I alluded to before, this shady absorption work takes its toll on Godspeed, which is probably the only saving grace that the heroes had when taking him down. To absorb another Speed Force against their will causes him considerable pain. And along with that, using the speed to create clones of himself, speed scouts if you will, also causes pain. If he is too strained, the clones will recombine and disappear. Next up at number 5 is why he is the way that he is. So we understand he's a pretty big dick, but we have to consider what made him like this. Well, turns out that August's brother George Hart was killed in the line of duty, but nobody ended up being convicted for his murder. There wasn't enough evidence. An extremely jaded August thought this was totally wrong of the justice system, and once imbued with his own powers, decided to take matters into his own hands. So he's kind of like the Punisher, stopping crime at any cost. Up next at number 4, he was trained by Barry. Of course, when August has his own incident, who better to turn to than already established speedster and detective partner Barry Allen. Things were actually quite nice for a while. The two could have made a great team, if their sense of morality lined up, of course. But August goes astray when he believes he can do a better job at stopping crime all on his own, hence the committing of even more crimes. In the number 3 spot, he killed MEENA. When a Speed Force storm rained down over Central City, several people were struck and given the powers of the Speed Force. One of them was Star Lab scientist MEENA THAWNE. She became romantically involved with Barry, but sadly that romance was never set to continue, because good old Godspeed got hungry for some Speed Force. To be fair, he wanted to try out taking her force without killing her, now that he knows that it can be done, but we don't always get what we want now, do we? Coming in at number 2, he almost killed EOBARD THAWNE. Godspeed is such a nice guy, clearly, that he offered to do what the Flash never could, that is, kill the Flash's enemies, one of which most prominently being EOBARD THAWNE, Professor Zoom. THAWNE was incarcerated at Iron Heights, and Godspeed had a plan to infiltrate the prison and kill all the criminals in it. He is stopped, thankfully. We all know THAWNE deserves to be in prison, but to kill him after his history would feel kinda wrong. And finally, in the number 1 spot, he killed the wrong suspect. After all this time of tracking down the suspect he believes was responsible for his brother's death, Godspeed kills the main suspect, Billy Parks. But it is later revealed that this was not the man who killed George. The murderer is still out there, and August is now behind bars. So despite all his jerk behavior, he actually did kind of feel bad about this one. So those were the top 10 facts about Godspeed. Let me know in the comment section down below who you want facts on next. My name is Roya Destroyaa, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.